Okay, guys, so in today's video we're gonna be talking about basically putting you guys through and going into the actual market and explaining things to you on how we kind of like do what we call analysis. So we have two types of analysis. We have the technical analysis, we have the fundamental analysis, which brings us to the setting you guys up on TradingView and what TradingView is, and just simple as that. So we're going to be starting with TradingView on TradingView setup, and then we dive into technical analysis and what we call technical analysis in general, which is, to me, is a great stuff that we do. But again, don't see it as something huge and something wow whenever you see me posting things and you don't understand whenever I'm coming from with those trade ideas or signals. I'm just going to be showing you what I really do and where I usually start from. So it's a step-by-step process, and you're gonna have an idea about it, and then we dive into fundamentals as well later. So, but again, don't forget, most of those talking that we spoke about, those are the things that will determine if you're gonna be making it or not what we're gonna be doing now. What we're gonna be doing now is definitely gonna be the easiest part. I might be sounding like crazy right now that I'm saying like the technical part is almost gonna be like nothing at all. I'm not saying it's nothing, but I mean it's not really the important part of making it or becoming profitable. The important part of becoming profitable is mostly the first video I did more on psychology and mindset. We're definitely gonna be having another video as we go or as we go on with the technicals. But right now, let's start with TradingView. So here, um, this is definitely what you guys will be seeing on your charts if you sign up. So you just go to Google, you type TradingView. So it should come like this, So you have get started for free, zero forever, no credit card needed. So you actually don't need a credit card as a beginner. You actually can just sign in for free. So you go for start, and yeah, here we go. It's gonna be asking you for your email and stuff like that. So these are the premium version of it, which I believe you guys, I recommend you people should not go for any of these. I'm definitely using, I think I'm using this one, this first one. I also can go without using the premium version, but I need some stuff sometimes, and those things are just premium and I just pay for it. And even the times most of the time the things I use, they don't require me paying for premium. But since this is what I'm doing and it's my business, I just have to pay for it, and that's just it. But for you guys as a beginner, you don't need any of this. So this is what it looks like. We have this whole thing. So these are the products we have. We have a community here, market. This is mainly where we're gonna be focusing on. So even the brokers, they recommend so many brokers here. The one that are like approved by the US and so on. So here is gonna be where we'll be picking our pairs. If you remember last time we spoke about indices, I made mention of almost all these pairs, and then we spoke about stock as well. We did mention almost Apple, Tesla, yeah. Then crypto again. We did mention about Bitcoin, Ethereum, which is crazy, guys. Bitcoin is fucking down, man. Bitcoin is fucking down. I don't know how to say this, but I'm actually down like 20% on Bitcoin, which I bought recently. After the dump of from 100k, I did buy at 85. I bought at 75. This shit went all the way to 69 last time, and that's crazy, man. I'm actually down 20%. I don't know what's happening, and I don't know if you guys are seeing what's going on with Bitcoin these days. So many people are down. Even the CEO of Binance is fucking down. He's really broke right now. But that's not the topic. We're gonna be talking about those later. So you can see those are the options we have here. As I said, we already spoke about indices, stock, and we're on crypto. Yeah, we have futures as well. So basically, we're gonna be trading futures, which is commodity, which I said last time, on gold. So this is our pair we're gonna be trading here, and then we have Forex. If you see, you can see they are just grouped of currencies, and you remember the video that I literally detailed what Forex is as well. So that's just it. We also have like bonds, government bonds, and so on and so on. So here, let's say we starting with which is our main um, instrument to trade with. So here we are. It's gonna be asking me to put full chart, you know. So I will go to full chart. So this is exactly what you guys should be on whenever if you are just signing up on TradingView. You have this dead as volume indicator here. So this is called indicator. This is the list of indicators we have here. We have multiple indicators here, you know, as much as you want. The one I usually use is moving average. So simple moving average. So let's just search about it. So you see you have something like this. You kind of like, maybe I add it to my favorites and then I press on it. It's already added, I think, but it's asking me access over 100,000 trading indicators, review hidden trends. So join for free. Let me just check if he added this. Okay, I think I need to join before it adds this. So let's just try to join quick. Okay, I'll be signing in with my email right here. Okay, and then here we go. Okay, so you people should have something like this, you know. So this is the indicator. I just click here right now. I'll be deleting it, but you can just still leave it. This is a simple moving average. We're going to be talking about it later. This is the one that came with the charts when you just open TradingView. So I was telling you guys about indicators here again. Okay, apparently I have all this one added as favorites. Let me kind of like tick them all, so it will look like, okay, something like this. So this is what you people should have. And then this is the one we just added. So we go back to indicator. I also have all these indicators I added here. So maybe I should just leave them because I will be giving you guys some of this later. And I don't trade indicators, but they kind of like help sometimes to build some confluences as well, just to shorten the whole process of you marking them yourself. Because what you can do, indicators can do it faster, but again, you can do it better. You know, I don't know if you get what I'm saying now. So for instance, now marking certain key levels, I can do it better than an indicator, but indicator can do it faster, you know. So we're gonna be talking about this. So here we have this option of indicator, which we just spoke about. So whenever you search for an indicator, let's just search for something quick. So this is something you can add it to your favorites, and then it comes straight to your favorites, you know. So this is what we just added somewhere here. This one, a dynamic. So you just get it immediately here. And then we also have the type of chart reading. So we usually use Japanese candlestick, you know. I don't know if I pronounce it right. I think it's Japanese candlestick. Yeah, and then we also have bar. We have a halal candles and volume candles. We have line. I've heard that people in the US stock exchange, they usually use lines, something like this. Just mostly investors, basically, they usually use lines just to know highs and lows, which we're going to be talking about. So highs and lows are just simply high and then low. In normal life, I'll be giving you guys a typical life example for you people to understand. So they usually use this. We don't want to be using any of that. We will be using Japanese candlestick here. So I'm just gonna put it back here. So this is what we're gonna be using. So as I said, Japanese candlestick is just simply this, all these things you're seeing. This is a candlestick, almost like a candle, a real candle that we have at home with a wick up. But just that here in our case, we have like wick up, wick down. Even at home, if you get your candle, you can make it a wick up and wick down. So here the market is represented with those candles, but the one in green is represented as the one that is going up, and then the one that is red is represented as the one that is coming down. And this thing can be customized as well, which if we like go to my main chart now, you're gonna be seeing the customized color that I use. So I'm just showing you guys what it looks like if you're signing in as a new member or a newbie. So we have this line, then here we have just time frames. We have multiple time frames here. These are ranges more than months. So here we have 12 months, 6 months, 3 months, 1 month, 1 day, 4 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour, 45 minutes, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, and so on to 1 minute, and even seconds and tick. So what those things this represents simply means is whenever I am here right now, you can see it is on W. So W here represents 1 week. You see, putting just the cursor on it is showing me 1 week. So whenever this is showing 1 week here, every candlestick here represents 1 week. Remember, candlestick represents going up and going down, as I said. So whenever I'm here and the time frame, you already know what the time frame is. So this time frame we're using here is 1 week. So whenever we are here, every candlestick here is what happened within 1 week, within 5 trading days. So from Monday to Friday night, whenever we are in a particular time frame, it represents that time. The candlestick represents the time frame of that. Whenever we are in a particular time frame here, that candlestick represents that time frame. What happened with that time frame? So here we are in 1 week. So if I scale into let's say months, it will change now. Just observe. I don't know, my internet is kind of like bad, so let's just refresh this quick. Leave. So 1 week, and then we scale into 1 month. Yeah, you see, all of a sudden it changes. So this is telling me this is exactly what happened within 1 month. So in a space of 1 month, we are still going up. You remember I said the green simply means we're going up, and then the red going simply means we're going down. But the moment we come down to 1 week, it tells me multiple information. So we have the one that goes up, the one that goes down, the one that goes up, the one that comes down. So here now, in the space of 1 month, we need to count how many weeks. You already know in 1 month we have 4 weeks. So for us to be able to know what is happening within that 1 month, so we need to count 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks together to be able to form 1 month. But again, there is something here you need to understand, which is when we click on 1 month, it tells us this is the 1 month going on, and then it's telling us we have 19 days, 5 hours more for the 1 month to be done. So in 1 month, once we have 19 days, that simply means close to 3 weeks, because in 3 weeks we have 21 days. So let's just say 3 weeks, 2 weeks plus, close to 3 weeks. So it simply means this is the 1 month here, and in this 1 month we already have 1 week, 1 week plus going on in out of the one month. So whenever we want to count it in the week, we can say we just have this 1 week going on and a little bit out of this one, and then we cannot count. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but you guys will get it later. Yeah, if I keep explaining the way I'm going about it. So this just simply represents 1 month. Same with if I go to 3 months, everything together is gonna be in 3 months, and it becomes smaller. The candlesticks become bigger and more clearer. By the way, the bigger the time frame, the clearer it is, the information the market is giving, or the direction is. So almost similar as when you have a long-term vision, you kind of like do things well, you kind of like see things clearer. But whenever you have a short-term vision, like I want to do something in 1 month, no, 1 month is actually, in this our case, is huge. But whenever you have a vision of tomorrow, today, now, you kind of like mess things up, like it's noisy. So almost similar with our case here. So at this point now, I'm just gonna go down into lower time frame. So we came from 3 months. Let me go back to daily. So the more lower I go, every candlestick represents day, 1 day. This is, so you can see here, on my cursor is showing me the day down here, Friday down here. Look down, just right down here, it's showing me the day, and this side is showing me the price and the day and the dates, and so on and so on. So here is Friday, 6th of February 2026, and the price I'm putting the cursor on is 4,966.1 ounce per gold ounce of gold price, basically. So here again, 5th of February 2026. So the 4th of February 2026, gold was at 5,006 per ounce. Yeah, same here, 3rd of February, and so on and so on. The lower you go, I can still switch from here to hours. So every time I go down, each candlestick represents 4 hours, and then now it's no longer giving me just date, it's giving me date and time. So the exact time that candle opens and closes, you can see. And then this is basically what you're gonna be having. And here we have some tools here that you guys you'll be using. So we have other tools here. We have some instruments here that we use as well. So here we have short and long position, and some drawing tools here. We use it to draw a lot. Yeah, so you see, you can use it to draw anything. So most of the time, things like this, we use it to do things like this, which I said highs and lows. So this is going up and down. So let me just show you this quick. So in this case now, this market going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, then down. You see, as simple as that, you guys were able to identify an uptrend. What we just did now is just simply identifying an uptrend. So put that in mind. We spoke about uptrend. We're going to be talking about it later. So just as simple as that, we were able to identify an uptrend. Then we have multiple tools here, so we can add the one that you want. You can see whenever I click on one, I kind of like tick them as favorites. Whenever I click on anyone here, I have them as favorite, the one I use the most. And then when I do that, it kind of like come and show here in a very short form that I can pick them whenever I need. So this one that I just used now, this drawing one, you can see I already tick it as a favorite, and then I have it here. So whenever I just click here, I can have it to be able to mark my uptrend as I just did now. And then once you did that, you can delete it. Maybe you can just click on it and delete, and then same thing again. So I have this one. I also use this one the most because this one is part. It's very it's not really like a drawing, it's almost like very accurate. So I can still use the same thing and be able to define downtrend. You see, this is we can use this to define downtrend. Then this is a low, this is a high, again this is a low, and then just right away we're able to identify a downtrend. So you guys are already learning quick already. This is just an uptrend, this is a downtrend. We're going to be talking about it later, but just keep it in mind. So these are the tools we use. We also have some other tools here just to mark things. You know, if you want to mark something around here, you know, you can just do this and say markets, the uptrend we identified stopped here, then started a new trend, a downtrend here. You guys are just analyzing already the chart. That's how we do it. Nothing as complex as you think it is. That's just it. Just keep in mind that we just did an uptrend, a downtrend, and we just cycled where the market changed from an uptrend to a downtrend, which is a key level. So this is a key level. Again, you guys just learned about uptrend, downtrend, and key level. But again, I don't want to be going too fast with you people, so let's just keep with the drawings and the tools. So this is for text. You can put this as text. So this is how you usually see me putting things as SL, then dots, and then the price. So you write whatever you want. I am a good trader. So, you know, stuff like that. You can just do that and then move it to anywhere you want on the chart. So simple as that. This is for text. This is for trend line. So, you know, we were able to say highs, lows, highs, lows, highs, lows. uptrend, this to identify our trend. So maybe the moment we break below this, you say we change down. So this is a trend line, as you can see, it's written here, trend line up. And then this is for brush, parts, then this is for position, and then so on and so on, you know, just as simple as that. But we're gonna be diving into more details later. So here we have the tools, as I said, and then you can add them as your favorite here for you to be able to use them quick. Then here we have your watch list. So here, if I click here, it's gonna bring out all the pairs I have. So these are all the instruments I have. So you remember I said we spoke about indices, futures, crypto, forex. You see, I have everything here. Anyhow, I actually did put them in different lists on my actual chart, I think, or entirely on my actual chart. You might not see most of these things. So this is how you add things here. You switch from a pair to another one. So yeah, here we are in Bitcoin. We just came from Bitcoin. Now we are entering this is a indices, yeah, Dow Jones.
I'm getting hungry, charge me please.
US 30, you know, then same, and then this is NASDAQ. We are just switching. So the moment we pick one instrument, it changes and it brings the information of that instrument. So here we are on Bitcoin. These are the information of Bitcoin. And remember, every candlestick here represents 4 hours. Don't forget. If I change it to daily, it represents 1 day. So again, we go back to this. It changes daily, 1 day, 1 day, 1 day, and so on. And that's how we go. Then here we have Forex. Don't forget currency pairs. Okay. And then we have our gold, which is what we're gonna be trading. Every candlestick represent 1 day, 1 day, and then the red one means we are going down. The green one means we are going up. And again, I said you can customize it based on your choices and your color preferences. Okay. So those are let me just confirm the watch list, and then here we have alerts. You can set alerts on somewhere around here that when market comes here, it should give me this information. It should alert you basically, and then we have so many other things here going on, and you're just gonna keep those ones now for now. And we can start with my chart. So let me dive into my personal chart. It's not gonna be looking like this, but if you guys want to edit yours, you just double click here. Just double click, see here, you double click on this, any of this candlestick, and then you choose the color you want to give your you want to use to represent your candlestick going up and going down. So here you can see we have the body, which simply means the body of the candle, and then this one is already green here. So if I put yellow, it's gonna turn to yellow, and then the one that is coming down is red here. If I turn it to black, it's gonna be turning to black. That's just the body. You can choose the border. I can bring back the border to yellow, which is messy. Actually, that's not a great idea. So let me just stop here. You have an idea of how to edit it already and put it into your preferable color. But let me just go to my chart and then we continue from there. So right now we are on my personal chart here, and these are my colors I use. So you remember this is our watch list. I can skip and open it wider and then open it again. So here, this is how we search for. So I want a new pair because I want it to be looking new for you guys, brand new, because so here is new. Then I'll be closing this one. So these are my colors, yeah. You know, I use green as body, I use here as dark, and then all the borders are like dark, you know. Then the wick are dark, you know. That's just how I represent. So the only thing I'm changing here is this green. So you guys can copy mine. I'll be leaving it in my description. Exactly how I was able to customize mine. That's if you want to be using mine, but again, you can use yours. Just choose any color that is readable, that is easy for you people to read. This is what I like, and then this is how I just represent mine. And that's just it. Personally, green is my favorite color, and yeah, I kind of like just use green, but making it like it kind of like army green colorish kind of vibe, and then combine it with black because of my eyes as well, so it helps a lot. And then I also changed this background. I didn't want it to be as white as the normal one, so this background was changed as well. So but if you want to be using my exact customized options, I will be leaving it in the description so you guys can be able to use it and have the same thing as me. So that's it. And then don't forget, these are my shortcuts I added here just for me to be able to get wherever I need quick. Most of the things here I use them very often. This is our brush, don't forget. And then this is our path as well. This is for the text, and then so on and so on. There are so many other options here that I use as well. Again, my TradingView, in our other charts that we just opened, you might not have the option of using 3 minutes charts, 4 minutes, 6 minutes, 10, which I do because I have the premium version, as I said. But you people do not really need it, so we'll be working with the one that you need. You only be having 1 minute, 5 minutes, then 15, then 30, then 45, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. You're not gonna be having any of these ones all the way to daily and then weekly. I use most of these ones. That's why I have multiple candlestick. I usually use candlestick as well to implement into my trading, which I'll be telling you guys with time how I use it as well. But by then, hopefully you guys are getting the whole idea of trading and then moving along with me. And by then you should be using premium as well, because you are already making money out of the market, and then you'll be able to pay for it and use premium with me, and you'll be able to navigate within any candlestick, and I'll tell you how I use it exactly. So basically, this is what you should know about TradingView. So whenever we come to TradingView, we tend to just analyze here. And then whenever we analyze here, we analyze. Analyzing simply means what we just did, guys, which is simply means identifying this like this. As I said, what I just did now is just me analyzing. So this thing going up like this is just you identifying an uptrend. Then similar, if it is coming down, you're identifying a downtrend. As simple as that, guys. As simple as that, man. As fucking simple as that. So that's just it. Which is where we're gonna be doing most of our analysis. It's just simply determining where market is, basically be able to determine where market is going, either up or down. So that simply means what? That simply means that you are able to tell if market is going up or down. And as I just explained quick now, if you see here to here, we're able to see market came from here with a red candle. So the end of a red candle and the beginning of a green. Don't forget. So a low to a high, and then a low to a high, a low to a high, a low to a high. And then this is just you simply analyzing. This we just did now, we just analyzed, because we're able to tell market came from here to here, market came from here to here, market came from here to here, market came from here to here. That's just simply analyzing. We can still go into more details again, analyze deeper. So all we tend to do, we start from simple analysis, and then we tend to go deeper and even deeper. So let's try to go deeper here. And this is just me explaining the concept of technical analysis. Technical analysis, don't forget. So we start with just the basics, be able to identify where market is going, which we just did. We came from a low to a high. So where this place here is a low, this place is a high, this place is a low, this is a high, this is a low, this is high. And what does that mean? Does that mean that simply means a low, a higher high, a low, a higher high, a low. Let's start again. This simply means a low, a high, a higher low, a higher 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 high, a higher low, and then another higher high again, and so on. Then we can still move it all the way to this level, yeah, and then all the way here again. That's just it. Simple. We just did one part of our analysis. That's just one part. Now we want to go deeper again. Going deeper simply means what? We now want to start bringing out the lows and the highs we just made mention. So I will use this line here, which I horizontal ray. So I already added it here. You people should be adding it as well. So I just want to bring out all the highs and lows. So this was my first one. This is my second one. This is my third one. Another one. You see that these two are matching together, so I just put into consideration that these two are together, so I don't have to mark it, put double line. If I put double line, it will be too much line. So why don't I just tell myself, these two are together? I'll put it in in behind my mind that this is a high and this is a higher low, but they are almost together. I'll consider that. You can decide to mark it if you want, which we just did, but me personally, I tend to just keep it and continue. Same as this, and then I mark this one. I know that this and this are almost together. I just consider it as just at the same time, and then so on. You just mark all the things here that you have here, everything, and then so on until the last one here. So this is us just going deeper into the market analysis again, technical analysis again. We just came from one step to second step of technical analysis. Let's go again into third step. Third step simply means what again? What can we do? We can just simply start considering the ones that are more useful to us. And how do you pick the one that are useful to you? It's basically the one that has more touches. You get the one that has more touches. So the one that coincide with previous one or current one, do you get what I'm saying? Let me just show you in the chat quick. So you remember here when I came here, I said there is no need of marking extra low here because I know that we already have a high here and this higher low is coinciding with this one. This is the simple as that. So I'm putting into consideration this one quick first. I'm not going further. This one is something that I'm gas put into consideration. And I can go ahead and delete this one. I can delete this one. I can delete this one if I want. I can keep this one because this is the beginning, So let's keep this one because this is what started the whole move, So I'm keeping this one because this one started the whole move. If not, I'll delete it. And then this one is very important to keep because this one has this high and then this low we are saying about it touched it, so it is making it stronger. Then going back again, you can see that coming back here, this was a previous high again, making more sense that this is stronger. So for me to do so, I kind of bring this back up here and then I'm covering 1 level, 2 level, and then 3 level. And I started making mention of level. So that's what we call key levels. Key levels. So 1, 2, 3. Technical analysis. We just went another third step deeper into technical analysis again. And then we continue. Same thing. You remember I marked this high and I said this low is almost the same as this level. So there's no need of marking extra line there. We're going to be using that as well. This is another level that we're going to be using. So which simply means if we go back in the past again, it coincides with this one as well. So there is no need of keeping it here. We can take it back here and know that this high here is the same level here. This is a level, this is a level, and then this is a third level. Giving us what? Key level, key level, key level. Do you guys get now? So here again, we have a high. Then until here, there was nothing that happened here. But again, when market did this here and market did this, we are keeping this. We are keeping this. We are still keeping this. We can go ahead and remove this. We can go ahead and we have this here. We have this here. We can keep this one. We can go ahead and remove this. We can go ahead and keep this. We can go ahead and remove this. And you see the way we just cut it short now. Now, instead of us having like multiple lines, now we just have like few left. Even these few left, we can still cut it again. Now we still want to go one step more deeper into technical analysis again. You get now, that's how we do it. And let me just go back quick to this this level that we spoke about here. So this one here together, we see it as a zone. You know that you can see that they are not touching each other accurately. Let me just zoom in quick for you guys to understand what I'm saying. So I kind of like say this, putting this together. So we can also just go ahead and delete this. We don't need it anymore. We already have it in our mind, and we just get to pick out our zones out of it. So there's no need of keeping it. So you can see that this line here is actually not touching it. And the reason simply means is that this doesn't have to be accurate. It simply means is a zone, a range of zones. So for us to be able to say so, we can just do like this. This is a range of zone. So covering here all the way to this level. Okay, I need to do something first. Okay, then yeah, this we can see this as a range of zone. Same thing will come here too. This you can see this one is almost touching it. We can cover it as well as a range of zones. So that's how we just do technical analysis. That's just the simply technical analysis. So guys, if you followed up with what I just did now, you bravo, you just did a technical analysis with me. That's just simply a technical analysis, and that's just a strategy. So a technical analysis, and to a conclusion of that technical analysis, that's what we define as a strategy, a part of our strategy technically. So different people, different traders, they have their own way of approaching the market. They have their own way of defining their technical analysis. Another way might be, for instance, now we just did this one now, which again, let me let you know that this one we did, which is by marking highs and lows and then by marking key levels, is something that most of traders we tend to have in common. The highs and lows is something that we usually have in common. But now they might give it different names. You might be hearing support and resistance. You might be hearing support. You might be hearing resistance. You might be hearing key levels, as we just said. You might be hearing order block, breaker block, things like that, which we're going to be going into detail later. So for now, that's just a way of analyzing the market, and that's just a technical analysis. That's actually a strategy, a part of a strategy. So another trader might have their ways, like something like this. Here, connecting these lows to each lows, and then this, we call it trend line. So this is another strategy. This is another trader technical analysis. We just did another way of technical analysis, which is also my way. The first one we did is also my way of technical analysis. The second one is also my way of technical analysis. So you see, each time market touches here, it bounces out, it touches, it bounces out, it touches, it bounces, it went up, it touches, it bounces out. That's another technical analysis. So we're gonna be diving into the fundamentals. For now, we should just stop there with the technical analysis. By the moment we move on, and we'll explain further, and so I just want to give you guys a brief idea. So fundamentals is the opposite of technical. Technical has to do with the charts. Fundamentals, on the other hand, has to do with economic data. So here we have the economic calendar now, which tells you on exactly what you should expect. So you can get it directly from TradingView, but again, the easiest way is this one on Forex factory. So Forex factory here gives you everything overall, and then you just have to open an account, log in and open an account. With that account, you can also have access to things. So here I'm just gonna be filtering things. You see here I have this red one, which signify red impact, high impact, orange, medium. This is low impact news. So, and then these are the news. You can see that this data has more to do with economy, growth, inflation, employment, bank, housing, consumer, business, money and economy of each country. And you see mine is on USD because I said in the previous video, I decided to choose gold because I want to just focus on one pair and one currency and one country economy. Not currency, one country economy rather. So if I was trading Forex, I have to check multiple of all these currencies and I have to look into the economy of each country and their economy. I'm not interested in doing that. So I just pick USD and that's all. And apply filter, it gives me this and I switch from day to this week, upcoming week, apply settings, and it brings me out all the informations and all the data that we have on the economy of this pair. So these are what we have here. And then the way of reading it simply means, let's pick this one now that we have on Tuesday. Our first news this week is Tuesday, the second on Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday, so and so on. These are major impact news. We have unemployment NFP, which we were supposed to have last week. We didn't have. They reported it this week. So we have CPI. So this week is going to be very crazy. The market is going to be moving high and it's going to be volatile. The market is already volatile, but I guess with these two news, either it's going to calm things down or either it's going to keep the market moving crazy again. So you want to read this news, which I'm interested in NFP first. You click on it, and then you look at the previous one and how it performed based on the actual and the forecast and how it performed. You read about it. They expected it to be greater than the other one, and it wasn't. And you see how it performed in the markets. You know that the next one is going to follow the same orbits. For now, I just want to keep it short. We will detail it later. So, for instance, now, if you understand what I'm saying, read this NFP and tell me in the comment section how you think the market is going to be moving this coming NFP. And if I'm right, you correct me. If I'm wrong, just tell me what it's going to be. So that's going to be all for today. We'll see you guys next video. Peace.